On this 6.7 Power Stroke Superduty, P0601 points to an internal PCM memory checksum error. In plain terms, the PCM may be seeing its internal processor memory check come back with an incorrect value. The truck may act normally, or it may have drivability symptoms depending on what else is going on. Broadly, this diagnosis can involve PCM software or calibration, vehicle identification block programming, connector condition, possible aftermarket performance products, PCM relay control or power relay concerns, and the PCM itself. Start with the basic system checks, and if other codes or drive symptoms are present, check what they mean before you condemn anything. Before getting deep into the PCM memory path, update or reprogram the calibration as needed, and reprogram the vehicle identification block. Also look for aftermarket performance products before installing a new PCM. One other point on this diesel, regeneration can happen during normal operation, and if it starts while you are testing, the values you are watching can be biased. Let regeneration finish, then continue the diagnosis. With the ignition on, check whether P0601 or the matching internal memory fault is present. If it is present, move on to PCM programming. If it is not present, treat this as an intermittent concern for now. Check for a loose connection, damaged terminals, or corrosion, and wiggle the harness to see if you can recreate the concern. Repair what you find as necessary. If the code is present, reprogram the PCM with the latest software. Then use the scan tool to program the vehicle identification block for a replacement PCM. After programming, check again for the code. If it is gone, the test is complete. If it is still present, continue to the PCM connector and operation check. Next, disconnect all PCM connectors. Inspect them closely for pushed-out pins and corrosion. Reconnect all PCM connectors and make sure each one seats correctly. Then verify whether the concern is still present. If the concern is no longer present, the system is operating correctly at this time, and the fault may have been caused by a loose or corroded connector. If the concern is still present after the PCM connectors have been inspected, reconnected, and seated correctly, the diagnostic path calls for installing a new powertrain control module. After that, program the vehicle identification block for a replacement PCM using the scan tool. If the scan shows a related PCM processor, keep alive, or timer type concern instead of the P0601 memory checksum path, use that as context and do not mix the two paths together. Start with a visual inspection, record the captured operating data, and confirm whether that related concern is actually present. If it is not present, handle it like an intermittent. Check for loose connections, damaged or corroded terminals, and wiggle the harness to try to recreate the fault. For that related module code path, check the battery and charging system first. If a battery or charging concern is found, repair it as necessary, clear the PCM codes, and repeat the self-test. If the charging system is not the issue, connect the PCM-B connector, access the PCM, and monitor the B_volt and VPWR volt PIDs while you wiggle, shake, and bend small sections of the harness going to the PCM. If the PIDs show an intermittent concern while you are moving the harness, repair that concern, clear the PCM codes, and repeat the self-test. The same regeneration caution applies here. If regeneration starts while you are testing, let it finish before you keep going. If the intermittent power or harness check does not show a problem, make the next decision based on the active related concern. If body control module codes are present, pause the PCM path and diagnose that direction before going farther. If not, move to the final PCM operation check. Disconnect all PCM connectors, inspect for pushed-out pins and corrosion, reconnect every connector, and make sure they seat correctly. If the concern is gone after that, the system is operating correctly at this time, and the fault may have been from a loose or corroded connector. If the concern is still present, the path calls for installing a new powertrain control module, programming the vehicle identification block for a replacement PCM, clearing the PCM codes, and repeating the self-test. Keep verification separate from testing. After programming, connector checks, charging or harness repairs, or PCM replacement if required by the final decision, verify the repair by confirming the concern no longer returns through the same diagnostic check path. The takeaway is simple. For P0601, do not jump straight to the PCM. Confirm the code is current, Handle software and vehicle identification programming first, inspect connector integrity, and only then follow the final PCM decision. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.